shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Watson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. They got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. His throw caught at about the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Rosen off the play action. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The result, a 1st down as a quick slant gets him 14. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. He lost 6 there on the first down play. The final shot before the break. Watson going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Fairbairn. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be second down. Watson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. Third and long. It's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Houston. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now Rosen to throw on second down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Third and long here for Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Come back, come back. Down. Green, down.
From the 50, it's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Watson shakes off the sand. Flush to his right. Going deep. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Here's Watson. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out now come the Cardinals. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson across the 30 to the 31-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 54 yards.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tiger. Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's letting this one go for 4. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. To throw is Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Reset. Richmond. Come back. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Watch him now, Barney.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Play action here with Rosen. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kayvon Webster.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Black 22.
After the interception, here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing